What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 48 of Unfiltered. I'm your host, ChanManV, and joining me today is Destiny, my co-host each and every week, and our guest, ReDeYe, and our other guest kind of had to drop off because we're starting so late, but Richard's going to try to join us at the end of the show instead of the beginning because he actually has to do something in between. But what's going on, fellas?
All good.
Hey, what's up?
All right.
I've got a bit of crackling in my throat, but other than that, it's all good.
Oh, man, you getting sick too? Or was that a joke? Was that a joke?
Oh,
oh man. Okay, but anyways, guys,
you should have just when you were doing the work on the stream, you should have just tweeted and said that you switched the live stream to be subscriber accessible only, just to see how many people you could get to sub to.
Oh man, I would have gotten great reception. Everybody's loving the sub only stuff these days. Jeez. No, but today, guys, we're gonna be talking about WCS. We're gonna be talking about PAX. A little bit of LCS, the Lone Star Clash, and then Richard's going to come back and talk about his Sapinda article, and then some new maps, some new maps in StarCraft 2, as well as a new Team Liquid map contest, number 4, which is going to be which has started. You guys can sign up for it and that sort of thing. But let's start off with some WCS talk. Big weekend. Paul obviously hosting all of it, which is crazy. I mean, how tired were you after this weekend, Paul?
Pretty tired. Yeah, I have to admit. We did the previous weekend. Obviously, we did WCS America as well, and stayed in Germany for an extra few days, and then we did 4 days in a row. Where I think the latest night I got home was about 4:30 in the morning, but I think most nights we finished around 1:30, 2 o'clock. So yeah, pretty late.
Good stuff. Yeah, I mean, I was trying to catch it. I was obviously at PAX, so we were trying to basically every time I was in the Twitch booth, I was trying to watch some of it, and so I caught some matches here and there. Caught the finals. Had to come back here. I think last night or the night before, I watched everything, just at least all the finals and semifinals. But a lot of great matches. Not obviously Protoss did pretty well, but we had a Zerg actually win in WCS America, which was nice to see. Hyun. With the Spider-Man shoes and everything. Good stuff. But I actually thought Revival was going to do real. I mean, after Revival beat Polt, I thought he was going to be poised to win this thing. But, it turned out he didn't, he obviously didn't quite get there. And Hyun, the finals were pretty good. The last game was not so great, but the finals were pretty good, though, WCS America.
Yeah. I think overall the finals were pretty decent. I mean, I think from the Europe point of view, having MC and MMA in the final again was an awesome story because it was the third consecutive time they'd met in WCS. Semi-final was the first time in season 2, and then obviously the final last season, and then again here. And having a almost role reversal in scoreline, well, exact role reversal in scoreline, but a different way of getting to it. But it was 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2. It was a really cool final, and I think we were very lucky to have 2 very good finals overall. And obviously Europe winning the show match as well. Yeah,
the trash talk segment that you did between MMA and MC was actually really good. Hopefully,
well, that's down to Carmack again. He's a genius at getting that stuff done. So that was good.
No, that was pretty cool. I like seeing canon moments with those guys, especially when they're interacting with each other. But yeah, Game 4, crazy man. Game 4 was. Yeah. The look on MMA's face was classic.
I know.
At the end of it.
He had no idea how he won that map.
Exactly.
He had no idea.
Steven, did you catch any of WCS?
Nope, I was playing new season, dog.
Oh, you suck, man.
Had to get them ladder points.
Yeah. Have fun on merry-go-round.
Exactly. We'll talk about the maps in just once. Definitely later on in the show. But overall, what'd you think? What'd you think of WCS Season 1? Big success? Kind of transitioning to this new season, or what do you think, Paul?
I mean, I think I can only really talk about the production side of it and the shows that we did. I think we hit the standard that we set last year. I don't necessarily think we improved it massively, and I'm always a bit frustrated if we don't continue to iterate, but that's just me being a git to work with, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think we did a decent job overall. The community seemed to really enjoy it. So, I would say it was solid and good, solid. You know, it wasn't like blowing our minds or anything. But I think it's the fourth season, so people are, pretty comfortable with the kind of quality that we're producing now. But the trouble is, of course, we keep setting the bar higher, and
exactly.
When we do that, you have, it's hard to iterate and make it even better. But I think little touches like the videos, like the show match in the grand finals, and I think I'm particularly proud of the way that we made sure that we made WCS America just as special, with a very limited amount of time to get it right, obviously. Mildly disappointing that we had to bring it to Europe. I would have preferred to have kept it in the States, but things were so difficult to get them done so quickly and in such a short space of time that we had very little option. So really pleased and really proud of the guys behind the scenes and the production team in particular, who worked some really long hours and produced great shows. In terms of the games, I think the map pool helped us an awful lot this season, have quite a lot of variance. Which was nice, and I think overall, Europe was really, really competitive this season.
Yeah, it was.
And I think once we got to the quarterfinals in America, you saw how competitive America was as well. But even before that, I think round of 16 with people like Neeb showing up and showing us that maybe he's a star for the future. That's really cool. You've got to see these youngsters coming through, and if you can see that. Then I think StarCraft's got a healthy future in terms of players. But someone did remind me that both Hyun was 26 and MMA was 25, and Oz was 25, and so some of the older players are still coming through. But anyone that thinks that when you get older you can't play games anymore, just look at Hyun. He's just won his second title at the age of 26, and he had the highest average APM of all players in WCS America this season. Wow. So. He gets better with age.
What was the APM? What was his APM? I didn't even know.
It was.
Oh wow, you have the stats and everything. Steven, what's your APM?
It was an average of 401, and he topped out at 435.
Yeah.
I don't like measuring it using Blizzard system because it's really fucking damaging. You have to take it and you have to take Blizzard and you have to cut it in half. No, it's true. Ask anybody that played before. The way that Blizzard measured APM is really weird. I don't understand.
Yeah,
but I mean, not to say he's not fast. I mean, I'm sure compared to other people, he's probably in the top fastest fucking players. But
26.
Yeah, I mean, I actually saw an average APM across a whole map from Tudming in the round of 16, which was over 500 for the map.
Wow, really? That's crazy. I love the video. Did you see that video with the League of Legends? It was at PAX at the HyperX booth, and they had League of Legends APM and StarCraft 2 APM.
Fuck off! Why would you even bring that up?
What a funny. Stupid it's funny,
what a
dude.
Stupid fucking video.
It was funny.
Oh
Shit,
my God.
Come on, man. It took some.
It would be funnier if it was posted in a subreddit that wasn't constantly butthurt about its self-image. Maybe then it would be funny.
No, okay.
I mean, getting back to WCS.
Yeah, WCS.
No, I thought overall I think it was really, really good. We've got a couple of bits coming out in the next few days as well. I should be producing something that will make people smile with some of the numbers that were produced during this season. So that'd be quite nice.
I mean, we're just grateful and happy that WCS America ended up, just finishing. You guys come in and rescuing it basically and finishing it out like the way you guys did. So I'm really happy with that, actually, how it turned out. I mean, of course, some of our favorites getting through would have been nice. Hyun winning actually is one of the best scenarios.
Hyun's great. I mean, Hyun and MC have been pretty close for a while, and seeing them both celebrate afterwards off camera was really nice.
Yeah, MC, I could tell, was really happy. MC.
Yeah, but by the same token, Oz was absolutely destroyed.
Oh, was he? Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, when we closed the show and I walked over to him and he was just packing away his stuff and. He was so sad. Really, really sad. I mean, I think it really hurt him. God. Yeah, he did. And I said exactly that to him. I said, you should be proud of what how well you've played and how far you've got, and come back stronger again next season. He sort of nodded, but he wasn't really in the mood to talk at the time.
Yeah, both he and Revival. He and Revival actually, I thought were playing great in the the quarter semis, and I like I said, I thought Revival was going to win the whole thing after I saw him beat Polt the way he did. he beat Polt pretty convincingly, actually.
Yeah, I mean, all three of the big Terrans got killed in the quarterfinals.
Exactly.
Like I said on the stream, it was like I don't know, George R.R. Martin had written the quarterfinal script or something because he was killing off all the main players. Tasia went, Polt went, and Bomber went, and I don't think anyone thought any of those three. I mean, Xun Tasia maybe, but the records were seven matches played, and the last 6 had all been won by Tasia. So
yeah,
I don't think anyone really expected that to happen.
Yeah.
But shout out to the guy that put money on Neve beating Hyun in the round of 16.
Who was that?
$400.
Big shout out to that guy.
Yeah.
So with the Europe, the only thing disappointing for me in Europe was Vortex. I thought for sure this was going to be the tournament for him to break out, and I feel like I feel like this every year with Vortex. So I don't know. Any insight on that? Like maybe was he not feeling comfortable going into those matches, or?
Sorry, I missed it. You cut out in the first part.
Sorry. I said the only kind of disappointing thing for me with the WCS Europe was really Vortex's perform, or just his
results, in the quarterfinals. I mean, round of 32 he was flawless. Round of 16 he looked deadly. I mean, by then he'd taken out MVP in MMA, and MMA obviously went on to the final. So you've got to look at that and go, it was easy for him, frankly. It really was easy.
I thought for sure he was going to break through.
Yeah, he just got absolutely destroyed in the quarterfinal.
Anything there? I mean, was he just not comfortable, tired, anything?
No, I mean, I didn't hear of anything from him. I didn't, he didn't make any complaints about it. He just got soundly beaten, and that happens sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It's just how it works out.
Yeah, hopefully he comes back.
No,
strong.
he didn't say anything to me. But yeah, he's still a strong player. But I think we just need a couple of non-Koreans to do really well this year. I would like them to win a big tournament.
Exactly, or just even get to the finals. Something like that, and just again with Vortex, I feel like he's won some tournaments, but getting far, getting deep in the WCS, he still hasn't quite done that.
And it's been the last man to make a Premier Tournament grand final win was Snoot back in 2012.
Yep. Wow, it's been that long.
It's crazy.
Yeah, not a single one last year. That's right. I forgot about that.
It's almost 18 months now, which is it's insane. And I don't know.
They're
I think
close too. Snoot's there too.
Yeah, there's a few. Yeah, Snoot's been there, and Naniwa twice last year, and Stefano at the start of the year, obviously as well. So they're getting close.
Yeah, definitely getting close.
Yeah.
But okay, well, season 2.
Do you guys?
Season 2's just around the corner, actually.
Crazy.
Literally 6 days time. The qualifiers start.
That's it? Jeez.
Yeah, qualifiers start. The random qualifiers start. First 3 qualifiers start in 6 days time. 21, 22, 23, and then 24 we have the ladder qualifier as well, and then we go straight into Challenger. It's 29, 30th of April, 1st and 2nd of May. And then after that, we go to Premier League, which restarts 4 weeks today, May 13th.
God. Crazy, Steven.
Do you think? Are you guys going to be doing all of WCS now for America and Europe again for this season, or are you figuring out details for that, or is anybody else?
Or I guess is the Cologne studio going to be housing all that?
No, we're going to do. We're going to LA for season 2.
Yes, awesome.
But it is still going to be ESL doing everything.
Yeah.
Are you going to be hosting both?
We haven't really talked about it internally too much. I honestly, like, my selfish side would say I would love to.
Wow, that'd be crazy.
My pragmatic side would say no, because what I really want to happen even though it's ESL running it, I really want them to have their own, their own identity.
Yeah.
And I think the trouble is that if you put me in the show, then it feels like and looks a bit like WCS Europe, and we want them to have their own feel and look.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we get that if I go and do it. So I would probably prefer someone else to go and do it, but we haven't discussed it in any great depth yet internally.
Even logistically, isn't that
We've got a bit of time anyway. Round of 16 is like in June, so we've got a bit of time.
I mean, logistically, isn't that even crazy for you? I mean, you'd have to literally be flying like LA.
No, I mean, it's just backwards and forwards on a tin can. I mean, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. What'd you think of since you get, you're obviously in charge of all the casters. What'd you think of Nathanias and Rotterdam? this?
I think they did really well. Honestly, I did. I said to them at the end of the show, I think they've come on leaps and bounds. I think it's always difficult when you throw two casters together and they're very diametrically very opposite, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes it takes hard work. And I think if you look at the work that Kalaris and Apollo have put in over the last 12, 13 months together as a duo, they've really worked very, very hard on chemistry, and it's really good now. It's really strong partnership, so it can be done. And I think when we looked at Nathanius and Rotterdam 4 weeks ago when they first started doing it, I think there was a genuine lack of chemistry there, but I would say it's already gone. I mean, they're much more comfortable with each other. They know each other better. They can bounce off each other better. And I think in a way they are actually the perfect combo. You've got very much the straight guy who delivers what he needs to deliver, and then you've got the showman. And I like that.
Which one is who's the straight one and who's the?
Yeah, Roddy's the straight guy, obviously. But yeah, no, I think they've got a really bright future. We're going to have them back on season 2, obviously, and we'll see where they go from there. We just need a Todd now in America, and then obviously a new host as well, and then I think we'll be good.
Right. So any of you pros out there? I'm trying to think of some prospective pros out there would be.
Well, I think Destiny should host it.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm on it.
Job right there, man. Actually, Red did a really good job this season too.
Yeah, Red did great.
I enjoyed his
a few newbie mistakes, which I'm sure he'll admit. And he said to us after round 16, "Jesus, guy, I have no idea this job was so hard." Exactly. So I'm kind of glad that he's seen the background of it all, and he's got. I
like the strategy of getting all the guys who've bashed on casters like all this time now to come and actually convert over to you guys. It's good strategy.
It's funny actually because Joss and I had spoken a lot on Skype anyway. We're very good friends, and when he made his comments about the casters, I immediately messaged him the following day and said, "Look, I don't agree with some of the things you've said, and here's why." And I gave him a whole list of things, and he was like, "Oh, okay, but then what about this, and this?" And we had a really friendly debate argument about it. And then I had the opportunity to bring him in, and so we thought, let's give him that chance. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah.
And actually, his analysis and the way that he commentates his analysis is really, really good. It's really insightful. I've actually started to enjoy some of the matchups with Zergs that I didn't really enjoy before. ZVTs are, I would enjoy that all the time anyway. But the ZVZs, I wasn't kind of too fussed about. But he makes that really interesting, and his insight is obviously top notch. So. Yeah, he's done really well for a guy who hasn't really had that much experience behind the mic. But yeah, we had a few chats over the weekend about little things, and he's got room to improve as well. But I think he'll get really good. Yeah,
he just sounds really comfortable behind the mic, just because he has that demeanor anyway.
He's not.
That too. I know. Oh, well.
He's so nervous. He really is, but he shouldn't be. He was really good.
So the LA studio is gonna be ready. Wow. Okay, I didn't realize it was. I just how close is it right now? Honestly,
I saw some pictures of it about a week ago, and it's just having its fittings. But it looks really cool already. Even I don't want to show you pictures because people look at them and go, "Oh my god, it looks terrible," because there's no paint on the walls and there's wires hanging out and light fittings. So it's obviously still being worked on, so we're not going to release anything just yet. But they're doing really well, doing a really good job. And obviously, I've worked with Craig and with Han and with Kevin and Laurent, and the guys that we brought in for ESL America. I've worked with them before, go back a long way with some of them, 10 years. And they are fantastic esports people. And that's from my point of view, when Ralph tells me that this is what we're going to do, I'm thrilled because. As far as I'm concerned, I don't think we could found anyone better to partner with in America.
Yeah, definitely excited about it. Hopefully, you guys will be. It'll just be the start of a lot of things that are going to be, taking place in that studio. So
there is a huge amount of stuff already planned, and I can't tell you about it obviously right now because we're hoping that we can publish it all in the next few weeks and get people excited. But there is a lot to come, and it's going to be really exciting for North America. I'm really happy for them.
All right, why don't we move on? And I just want to touch a little bit on PAX just because I was there, and I know you guys weren't, but I don't know, Steven, were you following any of the PAX stuff by any chance, or were you just playing the whole time?
No, just playing the game.
He's just been laddering.
All right, yeah. So it was my first time at PAX East, so it's a great event, guys. You guys should head over to Boston anytime any chance you get. It's not nearly as big as.
Are you gonna go to PAX Prime?
No plans right now, but they announced PAX South now too. Like I think PAX South might be next year. Yeah, there's going to be one in San Antonio moving forward too. Okay. So that's going to be kind of cool. I have 3 of them. But
in before PAX Europe.
Yeah, in before PAX Europe, exactly. I don't know. Are you going to PAX Prime, Steven?
I have no plans to unless I get a
okay. All right, but no. Overall, it was really really fun. It was great. I don't get a chance to go to a lot of these cons like you guys do, so really cool seeing so many nerds together. Obviously just enjoying games, enjoying announcements, just that whole bit, and getting a chance to see some of the games that I've been reading about, like Evolve. Like I got a chance to play Evolve, which really fun if you guys like Left 4 Dead. Are you guys fans of Left 4 Dead?
Yeah, played the first one to death, and not so much the second one, but yeah, first one.
I played it a little bit, but I could never find people who wanted to play it on the hardest mode. They always wanted to set it down because we kept dying at level 1. It's like, fuck it.
What? Oh my god. I played the rooftop thing, the rooftop level, that first level, just the rooftop, that last level of the first, the first little campaign thing. I played that like probably 1,000 times because of just the tank and all, that whole bit. So the one before thing, oh my god, fucking love that shit. And it's pretty cool what they've done there. I don't know how it's gonna grow, like if there's any kind of be some kind of campaign or anything like that. Just kind of a co-op mode, that sort of bit. But what they've done, which is just the maps and just the whole monster being really really weak when you first get there, and he just like progressively evolves as the level continues into this crazy monster that has like a bunch of abilities is really really cool. It had one of the most impressive booths there too. It had this giant monster statue that was like
I could have sworn you said it had one of the most impressive boobs I'd seen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the monster had some impressive boobs. Yeah.
I mean, that dinner was hosted by the Frag Dolls, wasn't it?
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. But I also got a chance to cast Hearthstone live for the first time too. Paul would have just ripped me to shreds, I'm sure, if he rewatched
really?
that.
No, it can't have been any worse than my Hearthstone, that's for sure.
Okay, well that's probably true, but I did call Huffer Hogger like a lot of times, which was like terrible in my part. But but overall, it was a lot of fun. Had a good time. It was at the Twitch booth. It was for the Collegiate Hearthstone Open. They had like 1,900 students sign up for it, 750 schools. Nice. It was amazing, actually, that that they were able to get that many students to sign up on the very first try.
Yeah.
That's
good.
Yeah, overall went really really great. It was a lot of fun. And hopefully you'll get a chance to go next year too. And all the folks I saw there, it was great. All the fans too of Unfiltered. Lots of folks came up to me and said that they love Unfiltered.
Nice.
Love you, Steven. Love you, Steven. Of course.
Did they buy T-shirts? You should carry them around in a rucksack.
Yeah. You have changed.
You love Unfiltered? Try one of our shirts.
Exactly right. No, I didn't bring any shirts to it, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm terrible at taking pictures and stuff, so I not as many pictures that I probably should have taken, but there's some. You can check it out on my Facebook, facebook.com/ChanManV. Quick plug. But let's move on. Let's talk Lone Star Clash 3. And Lone Star Clash 3 is, for those of you who don't know, it's an event that's been in the StarCraft 2 community, and recently the League of Legends, probably the last year or two. And it's an event that's been known to be run by college students. It's been organized by TESPA, like the last, again, 3 or 4 years. The first one was a pretty small scale event. I think the first one was also led by the Rosen twins, and it's kind of what you would expect from a college event. There was probably just a bunch of card tables and that sort of thing with a couple computers. And I think actually Jeff in Control actually went to he went to that event. But then the second one, or the first official Lone Star Clash, was the one that made huge news. This is the one that coincided with Red Bull. Red Bull that had Day 9 and was it DJ Wheat? I can't remember. It was like Day 9 and somebody else.
And Bitter as well.
Yeah, Bitter too. No, Bitter was at Lone Star Clash. Bitter and Roddy were at Lone Star Clash.
You're right, it was, yeah.
But anyways, it coincided with Red Bull, and it like crushed Red Bull, right? And that's what was so huge about it. And Steven, you were at the first one, right? I think.
I
I
don't know if
think
it was the first one or the second one. I think it was the first one,
no, it was
right?
the first one. You played Demoz on the first.
Yeah, I played
Yeah,
it. Yeah. Okay, it
yeah,
was
yeah.
the first one. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was huge success. It was run by Tespod, which is esports organization at University of Texas Austin, and
But
they
this,
ran it.
wasn't it? What was the second one with TB and Day 9?
Yeah, that TV. I
Yeah.
went to that one. I went to the second one.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
also
But
run
that
by
was the
them too.
third one.
The
I'm
third one's coming
confused.
up. Third one's coming
No,
up.
no, no. But that was the third event, wasn't it?
That was the third
But it was
event, but it was
called
the
Lone
official
Star
Lone.
Clash 2.
Yeah, it was
okay.
it was the first one was called something else.
Yeah.
But anyways, the event. What I'm trying to get at is the event's had a long history in StarCraft 2, and it's always been really cool because it's been run by students, and
Yeah.
that whole bit. And I've always been a huge advocate of it, and I still am. I still believe in just the whole college scene and how much great experience it is for all the people that work it, how hard they work, and all that stuff. But Lone Star Clash 3 has had some mixed reactions, and yesterday there was a Reddit thread posted basically saying, kind of explaining. I think some folks that know kind of behind the scene knew that they were having some trouble with sponsorships and stuff. But there was a Reddit thread that was posted basically asking for the community to support an Indiegogo to raise money for it. And so I want to get y'all's opinion on it, on the whole thing. What do you guys think about I guess them creating an Indiegogo for all this and the amount that they're asking for too, and B, just overall, just what do you think of this whole Lone Star Clash? So Steven, actually, let me let you start because you haven't the WCS thing obviously have much to say about it.
Yeah, I mean, this is like it sucks because of everything. I feel like there's a lot of like bad will in the community towards like donation drives and stuff that's been built up over like the past year or two between PizzaGG, between censorship crap, between like all the stuff that's kind of where people feel a little bit burned about where the money's gone.
Right.
For a relatively smallish tournament, I don't want to say small tournament because the price pool is like okay, it's not like just an online thing. Like it's a decent sized tournament, and they've put on a good show historically, but they're still relatively small to try to raise $40,000. It's a lot of that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
They haven't done. It doesn't seem like they had very much in the way of like promoting the Indiegogo. Like maybe if they would have